Brother, marriage amplifies who she already is. The right woman brings peace, respect, and growth. The wrong one drains your soul. You deserve a teammate, not a project. Here are 5 types of women most men regret marrying. The ones who bring chaos, drama, and quiet destruction into your life. These aren't just difficult personalities. They're hidden red flags that reveal themselves slowly, often after it's too late. Spot them early, protect your peace, and never ignore your gut. And before we jump in, smash that like button and hit subscribe with notifications on. Appreciate you. Now let's get into it. 1. This woman doesn't offer advice because she genuinely wants to help you grow. She does it because deep down, she believes she's on a higher level, smarter, more mature, more evolved. From day one, she steps into the relationship with a subtle or not so subtle mindset. I know better. I've got life figured out. My job is to mold him into something acceptable. What begins as casual suggestions quickly escalates into non-stop correction. She critiques the way you talk, the way you dress, how you hold your fork, how you handle pressure, even how you laugh. Every moment feels like you're being graded. And no matter how hard you try, you never get that perfect score. You're always falling short in her eyes. Over time, this constant judgment shuts you down. You stop being playful, you stop speaking freely. You second-guess every word before it leaves your mouth. Spontaneity dies because everything you do naturally becomes wrong and needs fixing. Here's the painful reality most men miss. A woman who always needs to teach you doesn't truly see you as an equal partner or a strong man. She sees you as raw material, a project, a student who still has so much to learn. Slowly, you start walking on eggshells, doubting your own instincts, handing over leadership because she's already taken the wheel without you noticing. The relationship stops feeling like a partnership and starts feeling like a classroom you never signed up for. You shrink, your confidence fades, you become a quieter, more cautious version of yourself, a shadow of the man you were before her. Most brothers make the fatal mistake of thinking, if I just improve enough, she'll finally respect me. But respect can't be earned from someone who starts from the position that she's above you. It was never about your flaws. It was about her need to feel superior. And the next type is even more destructive, because instead of trying to teach you, she dumps all her unresolved pain straight onto you. 2. This woman has walked out of a toxic or painful marriage, but she hasn't done the real work to heal. On the surface, she might seem put together. Charming smile, great laugh, stable job, everything looks fine. But deep inside, she's still loaded with emotional shrapnel from the war she just left. She doesn't have to say a word. She'll compare you to her ex in 1,000 silent ways. Innocent actions from you trigger massive reactions because they echo her past. You raise your voice just a little during a normal discussion. She shuts down or panics because her ex used to scream. You're busy and don't text back for a couple hours. She spirals into abandonment fears because someone once ghosted her. You forget something small. It feels like full-blown betrayal because trust was shattered before. Suddenly you're spending all your energy tiptoeing around landmines you didn't plant. You're constantly proving you're not like him, walking on eggshells to avoid triggering her pain, pouring patience into wounds that have nothing to do with you. Brother, you can bring love, safety, consistency, and genuine care to the table, but you cannot force someone to heal wounds they're still ignoring or denying. Her unresolved trauma doesn't stay in the past. It leaks into your present and becomes your problem. What starts as compassion turns into exhaustion as you realize you're not her partner. You're her unpaid therapist, her emotional shock absorber, her rehabilitation center. You wake up one day and see the truth. This isn't a relationship built on mutual growth. It's you carrying the weight of another man's damage, while she decides if she's ready to let it go. And the next type takes this addiction to validation and turns it into something far more calculated and destructive, because she doesn't just crave attention, She weaponizes it to control everyone around her. 3. This woman doesn't flirt because it just happens. Flirting is her default mode, her way of navigating the world. She feeds off male attention like it's her lifeblood. Compliments, lingering looks, playful banter. She craves it constantly to feel alive and desirable. Her entire vibe is designed to keep eyes glued to her. She laughs extra loud at other guys' jokes, finds excuses to touch arms during conversations, calls every man in her circle a good friend, keeps her DMs buzzing with admirers, and always knows exactly who's viewing her stories. She posts just enough to spark reactions, dresses to turn heads, and surrounds herself with orbiters who are ready to swoop in at a moment's notice. And when you call it out, the excuses roll in smooth as ever. That's just my personality. They are only friends, it's completely harmless. You're being insecure. But nothing about it is harmless when constant external validation is her drug of choice. Here's the cold, hard truth most brothers miss. A woman addicted to attention from multiple men will never be truly content with attention from just one. No matter how amazing you are, how much you give, or how perfectly you treat her, your devotion feels safe but boring compared to the endless thrill of new admirers boosting her ego. In a committed relationship or marriage, this turns into emotional infidelity long before anything physical happens. You're left feeling disrespected, insecure, and exhausted, constantly competing with invisible rivals for a woman who's emotionally unavailable. You'll pour your energy into making her feel special, only to watch her light up brighter for random compliments from strangers. It erodes your peace, your confidence, and your sense of security in the relationship. But attention isn't the only resource she'll drain from you. The next type goes straight for something even more concrete and life-altering. She targets your wallet and your financial stability, leaving you broke and regretting every generous move you made. 4. This woman has zero financial discipline. It's like an allergy to her. Money isn't a tool for building security. It's an emotional outlet for instant highs. She doesn't spend based on budget, income, or reality. She spends based on whims, moods, and the rush of "I deserve this right now." Shopping isn't about needs, it's therapy. Designer bags to feel better after a bad day, flashy outfits to turn heads and impress friends, constant upgrades to her wardrobe, beauty routines, or social life without ever increasing her own contributions. Lifestyle inflation hits hard and fast, but her effort or earnings never catch up. She fully expects a man to foot the bill for everything: her fun, her fixes, her fleeting happiness, hobbies, trips, little treats. It all lands on your tab where she brings little or nothing to the table financially. Bills pile up, savings evaporate, emergencies become crises because money flows out faster than it comes in. She treats every dollar like play money, with no thought for tomorrow. Here's the devastating truth: a woman who lives purely for today's dopamine hit will sabotage any man trying to construct a stable tomorrow. Marrying her is like pouring your hard-earned resources into a leaking bucket. No matter how much you add, it never fills up. You'll watch your dreams delay, your security crumble, and your stress skyrocket just to maintain her momentary highs. Financial drains are brutal and life-altering, but the next type hits even deeper, because she doesn't just empty your bank account. She systematically empties your emotional reserves and leaves you running on fumes. 5. This woman lives in a constant state of self-doubt, and that doubt doesn't stay contained. It spills over onto you and everything around her. Because she doesn't trust her own worth, she can't fully trust your feelings, your actions, or your commitment, no matter how solid you show up. You tell her she's beautiful, she brushes it off or asks if you really mean it. You reassure her about your loyalty. She digs deeper, needing more proof tomorrow. You stay faithful and consistent. She still feels threatened by imaginary rivals, a female co-worker, an old friend, even a waitress who smiled too long. Normal independence on your part gets twisted into "you don't need me anymore." A quiet evening alone becomes "you're pulling away." Your personal goals or time with friends turn into accusations that you're leaving her behind. Her insecurity manufactures drama out of thin air. A casual conversation explodes into a full-blown crisis. Silence isn't peace, it's suspicion. Your healthy boundaries feel like abandonment to her. Here's the X. Hosting reality. Most men don't see until they're deep in. Insecurity is a black hole. No amount of love, compliments, time, or reassurance will ever fill it. The more you pour in to calm her storms, the bigger the void grows. The more you try to prove you're different, the more she tests you. Patience turns into resentment on your end, because you're carrying the impossible weight of being her full-time emotional crutch. Brother, she doesn't just need a loving partner. She needs serious inner work, professional help, and real self-healing to build the stability she lacks. You are not equipped to be her therapist, her constant validator, or the sole source of her self-worth. Trying to do so will suffocate both of you. You'll lose your own peace, your freedom, and your joy just trying to keep her from falling apart. Emotional instability is already a heavy load to bear day after day, but the next type takes that weight and multiplies it, turning your entire life into a battlefield you never signed up for. As we go deeper, the patterns get clearer and more destructive. Brother, before we wrap this up, let me set the record straight on something crucial. Not every woman displaying these traits is inherently toxic or beyond redemption. People change, people heal. People wake up one day and decide to do the hard work of becoming better. Many women who once carried these patterns have grown into strong, balanced, incredible partners through self-awareness, therapy, and real effort. Your mission as a man is to rise, to build, to protect your vision, and to surround yourself with people who add to that, not drain it. You're not her savior. You're not required to sacrifice your mental health, your goals, or your happiness, trying to rescue someone who hasn't yet chosen to rescue herself. Choose women who are already doing the work. Choose peace over potential. Choose self-respect over second chances that cost you everything. You deserve a teammate who lifts you up, not a project that tears you down. Stay strong, brother. Protect your throne. The right one will meet you there as an equal. Choose wisely. Protect your future.